I want to associate myself with the impassioned remarks of my colleague from Colorado, Mr. Perlmutter. I want to salute the work of the great chair of the Rules Committee, Ms. Lofgren. On this, I am a proud original co-sponsor of the SHIELD Act, and I'm thrilled that we're moving on it. Ms. Lofgren has advanced the theory that there was, as Special Counsel Mueller put it, a sweeping and systematic campaign to attack our election in 2016 by Russia and by the GRU. And our friend Mr. Davis says that our most important threat is partisanship. And I think in a way that they're both right. Let me start with what I think is so right about what Ms. Lofgren said. I picked up the Washington Post this morning to see an article with the headline, "Facebook Axes Fake Accounts Tied to New Russian Activity." Facebook on Monday said it removed a network of Russian-backed accounts that posed as locals weighing in on political issues in swing states, praising President Trump and attacking former Vice President Joe Biden, illustrating that the familiar threat of Russian interference looms over the next U.S. presidential race. Facebook said the network bears the hallmark of the same Kremlin-backed group that interfered in the 2016 election by sowing social discord, seeking to boost Trump and attacking Democratic candidate Hillary Clinton. The new disinformation campaign appears to follow the same playbook. This time, a coordinated group of Russian accounts that appears to show links to the Internet Research Agency largely took to Facebook's photo-sharing app, Instagram, to post content this year about U.S. politics and memes targeting Democratic presidential contenders. So past is prologue. What occurred as tragedy in 2016 is coming back as a farce in 2020. It's happening right before our very eyes in real time. This is this morning's newspaper. So there's a profound external threat, which is omnipresent. It's pervasive. And according to the same article, it's not just to Russia anymore, it's Iran, and I'm sure it's going to be other allies of Russia's coming in to get us. Now, Mr. Davis says that our biggest threat is partisanship, and I agree with that, the kind of partisanship that blinds us to external threats to the integrity of American democracy. I think it's remarkable that we can't get together on this and that we all can't agree that this is a threat to our political sovereignty as the American people. The very first three words of the Constitution are in peril, we the people. The whole point of our democracy is that we would overthrow the kings. We would overthrow the foreign kings and princes. No titles of nobility here. Our whole constitutional trajectory has been to establish government of the people, by the people, and for the people, not by state actors who want to tell us what to do, not by monarchies, not by foreign governments parading their money and their inducements and their bribes to our government and trying to interfere in our election. And we are the model for the world. And if we lay down our defenses and say, you know what, let's get loosey-goosey about it, let's let anybody come in and try to sabotage our election, interfere directly with our political parties, hack into our state election systems, and then run ads, disguised fake counterfeit ads, something that's really fake, then we're setting the model that government of the people, by the people, for the people really isn't worth that much in the 21st century. We've simply been overtaken by money and technology, and we're going to let our defenses down. And I think we cannot do that. So it seems to me that the kind of partisanship we've got to worry about here is the partisanship that prevents us from standing up all together to defend our elections. I don't think this should be a partisan issue. This should be an absolutely multi-partisan or non-partisan issue. It's about the sovereignty of our democracy. And my friend Mr. Davis and I disagree on a lot of stuff. We agree on a lot of stuff too, but I would defend with my life his right to participate in our politics. I would do that with every single member of this committee, but that's not true of Russian saboteurs and Ukrainian prosecutors and Saudi Arabian lobbyists and so on. Those people don't belong in our elections. And we've got to reestablish the integrity of our elections. And so we've got to put back some basic rules so we know what's taking place, so our people are not manipulated. And the last thing I want to say is one of the critical aims, Special Counsel Mueller found, of the propaganda and disinformation campaign against us in 2016 was to drive Americans apart on the basis of race, on the basis of partisanship, on the basis of ethnicity, on the basis of religion. And to the extent that we don't get together to defend ourselves against this external threat, then their propaganda worked against us. Then it means we are so divided, we don't know how to stand up for what our forefathers and our foremothers fought for and bequeathed to us. So let's not let them get away with what they did in 2016. Let's not be so divided according to their plan that we can't stand up for our own democracy. I yield back, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you very much.